Thanks to the support as a channel member, Random Gaming TV UK. We're going to say this quietly so that we don't jinx things, but this is going really quite well. We're second in the league, and I've just now realised, there's 3 automatic promotion spots, and the top 9 all make it into the playoffs. It would be difficult not to get promoted this year. That's me saying it quietly. Hello and welcome to part 87 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have 2 games for you in the league. We're away against Atlanta United Academy and at home against Detroit City. Since you were last with me, we've won almost every game, just the 1 defeat at home to the DC United Academy, which kind of came out of nowhere because we've been playing pretty well in all the games all around it. We were top of the league briefly, although we're now not. Second in the league, 21 points on the board. 7 wins from the first 8. And as you can see, Kevin Johnson, normal service has been resumed. He's the top scorer in the league, despite missing the first day of the season yesterday because I temporarily misplaced him. But fingers crossed, we keep our good run of form going today. Away against Atlanta United first. And this is the team we're taking. In fact, before we do it, did we do any more transfers? I'm not sure. I don't think we had this guy. I think this guy is new since the last episode. It's another loan. Nikolai Vakulenko is a Russian under-21 international who's been at Miami all of his career. He's had several times out on loan, a full season with Maryland Bobcats in the National Premier, a full season with San Diego in this league, and then last season he played 7 games for Miami in the championship, and now he's back down in League 2 again, and he is our starting right back. So I think he's the only other new signing. I think we'd signed Walker, our new goalkeeper. I think he'd come in the last episode. He's not really played massively because he came in and got injured anyway. I'm not sure which out of him and Trevino's our first choice goalkeeper. Time will tell. Angel's injured or not fit. We don't need to worry about that. So the team for the game against Atlanta, we've got Trevino in goal, a back four of Seba, Morgan, Padilla and Vakulenko. Wright and Angel in midfield, Aguilar and Garcia out wide, and then Takada and Johnson up front. It's nice having a settled front 4 again. It's the same front 4 as last year. It reminds me of the good old days when we'd have the Hernandai and Stephen Stone and Huyan and these players who'd be with us season after season after season. It's like we're building a new set of heroes. We had almost 10 years with those guys, bringing us up from tier 10 to tier 4. And I'd love to think that Johnson and Takada could be the strike partnership that takes us up to the Championship, the Premier League. It's probably unlikely. I doubt they've got the potential to take us that far. You're likely to see a faster turnover of player now we're higher up the pyramid. I'd like to think at some point money will become more of a thing and we'll be able to start paying people a couple of grand a week rather than a couple of grand a week for the entire squad. And at that point, obviously you upgrade the players. But for now, I think they're amongst the best players we can get for the limited resources that we've got, as they're showing right now by performing out of their skin in League 2 so far this season. We've just hit the half-hour mark, still 0-0. Neither team's really had much in the way of an opportunity so far. 1 shot on target each, nothing that's really merited much of a highlight. It would be nice for us to grab something here as we start to approach half-time, although Atlanta seem to have the same thought process. They've basically stolen my thought there. I feel like if there's any justice in the world, the referee credits me with that goal because it was my idea. I decided scoring now would be good, and they've just gone and nicked it. I don't see how that can be allowed. It seems like it has been given. Idiots. 1-0 to Atlanta, 10 minutes until half-time. I'm a little bit nervous about talking now in case they steal my next idea. You know what I want to do now? Concede from a corner. Might not quite have got that in quickly enough for them to hear. What I'd really like to do now is get 3 men sent off and concede 6 goals in the second half. That's my plan for now. Do you hear me, Football Manager? Planning on red cards, giving away penalties. Just, yeah, I'm going to do really dumb, stupid stuff and lose this football match. That's my plan. See if they can, I mean, that might work. Probably won't. It might. That guy has got 2 first names, and that always upsets me a little bit. If you follow me on Twitch, you'll know how upset I get when someone just wheels up at the club with 2 first names. Oh, it's nearly as bad as 2 surnames. Either way, just sort your name out. Oh, 2-0 down. This wasn't in the script for today. Takada with the in-swinging corner, but it doesn't find a Bourne shirt. Wright is there to collect. I think was Wright the one who wasn't able to play the full game because it was Angel, wasn't it? I know one of the midfielders needed to come off at some point in this game, and Johnson has just got a goal back. It's such a simple goal. Aguilar with the cross. Johnson's there just to nod it past the keeper. Easy as you like. 25 minutes to go. Fingers crossed we've got an equaliser in us, because I don't think we should be losing. I don't know how good Atlanta are. Where are they? Atlanta, they're not in the top 3. So on that basis, we should at least be drawing against them. They're not even in the top half of the table. Yeah, we shouldn't be losing to this lot. Right, what have we got on the bench that can come on and change it? Takada's not had a good game, so McJanet can come on for him. Angel has to come off anyway, so Salazar can come on for him. And then Seba's having a terrible game, so Campos can come on for him. We're going to go attack him. We're going to demand more. We can't demand more currently. I've obviously just done that. But come on, boys. Have we got an equaliser in us somewhere? That's what we're looking for now. Carolina have just equalised against Jacksonville. So let's see if we can follow their lead and go and grab an equaliser of our own. Captain Morgan, I mean, he's had a shot there. I think he's trying to lead by example by just having a shot. And I don't mind it as long as it's just that once. McJanet plays it back to Salazar, and between the two of them, they've given the ball away there. They were supposed to be the players that came off the bench to come on and solve all our problems. It's not quite what they've done there, and we've left Atlanta in a huge amount of space. I'm not quite sure what that's been disallowed. How do you disallow that for offside? Some of these offsides are very questionable. It's a screamer from outside the area. Yes, that guy stood offside, but if that's what an offside is in modern football is the worst, because that's ridiculous that a goal like that can be disallowed by some jerk standing in the wrong spot. I would be furious if I was the guy who hit that. Right, Vakulenko plays it forward. He was looking, I think, for McJanet, who dropped back to link up with him and play the ball back to him, so he was never going to be there to receive it. Garcia now playing it back to Vakulenko. Salazar trying to play McJanet in again. This is our opportunity for an equaliser here. McJanet with the cross. Garcia's there, and he just smashes it straight at the goalkeeper. But the move continues through Campos, and we've got a penalty. It's such a soft penalty for Atlanta to have given away, but we will take it. Kevin Johnson now with the chance for his 8th goal of the season from the penalty spot, and it's saved. It's just not our day, is it? Oh, my word. Right, are we getting an equaliser here? Padilla can't get onto the end of the corner. It's been a huge amount of Bourne pressure in the last few minutes of this game. We definitely deserve an equaliser, but it looks like we're just not getting one today. We've picked up our 2nd defeat of the campaign, and we need to get back to winning ways in this next match, because I think that's 2 defeats in 3 now, and that is after I've just sat there and said how easy it'll be to get promoted this year. That's a worrying little habit to get into, losing football matches. So let's go beat Detroit. Right, a couple of changes for the Detroit game then, largely because of fitness issues. Both Wright and Aguilar not really fit to start, having only played at the weekend. So they're both getting rested. McJanet's going to come in on the left-hand side. Padilla moves up out of defence to play alongside Angel in midfield, opening the door for Vinicius to come back into the side. And they are the only changes. So Detroit are down in 11th place in the league. We need to beat them. It's a home game. We've just lost. I'm very sad about it still. Luckily, we are still well in that little breakaway mix. Carolina are 2 points clear of Dallas. But that top 3, we want to stay in that top 3. There's 3 automatic promotion spots. There's no excuses this year. We can finish 3rd and still get promoted. We rarely finish lower than 3rd in any division, even when we're newly promoted. So we've just got to make sure we stay in that first 3 all year. This should be the easiest promotion of the entire save because of the fact that there's 4 places that get promoted. So we just need to stay in that 3. And we've gone a goal up through Takada. 28 minutes on the clock. It's a pretty standard Bourne goal. Angel playing it into Seaver. It's usually one of the two, the fullback or the winger crossing, and then Takada and Johnson just lurk in the middle, waiting for the tap in, and Takada's the one who gets it on this occasion. 1-0 to Bourne, and now we go straight into another highlight with Trevino with a pretty poor clearance from the goal kick that opens the door for Detroit to come and attack straight back at us. So we need somebody to get a foot in here and get the ball away. Is somebody going to just go to them and try and tackle? No? I mean, I guess having a shot from the edge of the area is preferable to letting them whip across in or get the ball into the area. But, I mean, is it too much to ask for someone to go and tackle them when they're hovering around on the edge of the area like that? McJanet heads clear, but only as far as that same guy, Camacho for Detroit, just seems to be getting all the time he wants on the ball. And then as soon as we get it, we do that and just lump it forward. I know a lot of that is because that's how I instruct them to play. It's very much a case of defend deep, hit the ball long, get it out wide, get crosses in, because it does work, as we've shown again there. It is nice industrial lower league football that has served us well over the last 10 years. There is going to come a point where we have to switch that system up. We can't long ball and wing play our way into the Premier League, I don't think. I'd be surprised if we could anyway. It's certainly not anything I've ever managed to do in England, but certainly at this level, it still seems to be pretty effective. Johnson scores to make it 2-0. And at the moment, even though everyone behind us has a game in hand, we do find ourselves back on top of League Two, albeit temporarily, because Portland 2 are probably gonna leapfrog back over us. We are going to stay ahead of Carolina, though, as things stand, because they're 3 points behind us with a worse goal difference as well. McJanet with the free kick, and it goes just over. I think that's touched the top of the crossbar, actually. So pretty useful effort from him. But it's been an odd game. I'm just going to make that substitution. It's Stackhouse can come on for Garcia. I don't need to rubber stamp that properly. If Garcia's injured and we've got a right winger sat there on the bench to come on for him, I can make that change without having to press the tactics button. The only issue is sometimes doing that is glitched and it doesn't work properly and you end up losing a substitution. So it's a lot of laziness, but at the same time, it has actually worked as intended that time, which is handy. Right, who have we got on the bench? I want to get Salazar on again. Salazar, I had a lot of hope for. Was paying a lot of money to Salazar for his salary, and we're not really seeing a return on that yet. So I expect a little bit more from him. That will do for now. And I'm looking at that bench and I'm not really inspired into making any other changes. Morgan could do with coming off, but we don't really have a centre back on the bench to bring on for him. Henao for Angel works for me. We can make that change. And we are just completely in cruise control. We've never left second gear today. It's been pretty straightforward, but pretty straightforward will do me nicely against a mid-table team. That suggests we're a pretty good side if we can play against a mid-table team and beat them without ever really having to try. Although, I mean, there's 12 seconds left and it's disallowed. So we have definitely beaten them. A little bit of a worry right at the end there because we can't have things too easy. Oh, no, that would be utterly unacceptable. But we will take a final whistle now, please, referee. Bakalenko heads to Stackhouse. One of the better clearances we've seen in the match because it actually went to a Bourne player. But we'll give them all a pat on the head for a job well done. And we are back on top of League Two. Lovely, lovely stuff. We will now take another leap forward before tomorrow's episode, play another half dozen or so games, see where we end up. I don't know why we still have to qualify for the US Open Cup. You would think we'd be straight into the first round the way you are in England. Maybe that's because we're the newly promoted team. But we're likely to be back sometime, I would say, mid to late November. And fingers crossed, we'll still be top of League Two then. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.